resources here in the Tri-Cities for people fighting addiction. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
It is another beautiful Tuesday and we've been seeing those temperatures coming up a little bit, at least from yesterday. It's just going to be a little warmer today.
Definitely. We saw it. We were kind of hanging out in the 60s yesterday. For a lot of our regions, we're going to be hanging out in the 70s, which is great to see. Some 60s are still on the board though. Let's take a live look outside right now in Richland. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Again, it's a very average October Tuesday, hanging out in that zone of our daily averages. If we take a look at what's ahead, we've got mostly clear skies, dry for the week ahead, especially from yesterday or after yesterday and those average temps that I was talking about. We take a look at our Skywatch radar. We have the remnants of what was happening yesterday starting to disappear over the blues. Very excited for some drier conditions. It's happening for the next couple of days. Our temps right now mostly upper 40s in the Yakima Valley. If we're taking a look in the Mid-Columbia and the Blues, we are in the 50s this morning. We're going to be getting up to the 70s though, a jump from yesterday. Yakima 72, Tri-Cities 72 as well. Walla Walla is staying a little bit cooler, closer to yesterday's conditions. Overcast skies, more in the mid-60s for Walla Walla. But we've got beautiful conditions for tomorrow and the day on. I'll have that in my full forecast. That's coming up, but for now I'll send it back to Jill.
The Toppenish Police Department is investigating a fatal shooting Sunday. It happened in the 200 block of South Division Street just before 1 p.m. Authorities say officers responded to the reports of a shooting, and when they arrived at the scene, they found a 28-year-old Toppenish man had been shot. He later died of his injuries. The suspect is not known at this time, and the police are asking for information. If you know anything about this case, please call the number on your screen. U.S. Army officials are working to determine what may have caused a military helicopter to crash into power lines alongside the Columbia River in Grant County on Friday. They say the aircraft involved in the crash was an Apache helicopter assigned to 46 Air Cavalry Squadron 16th Combat Aviation Brigade, and that it crashed during a routine training exercise. While no one was injured, the incident did cause a small wildfire and downed power lines that led to a section of State Route 243 being shut down for several hours. Grant County Sheriff's Office officials say dealing with the downed power lines was the priority.
Power lines in the river, we had power lines over a state highway, and we had plenty of hazards to deal with for very quickly in a small amount of time, and everyone did their jobs, and it turned out good.
It's unclear at this point what caused the helicopter to crash, but U.S. Army officials say they are investigating the incident. A Tri-Cities man who turned his life around from drug addiction and gang life is now inspiring others to do the same. Victory Homes International has just finished building a rehabilitation center in Pasco, and the grand opening was fit for a celebration. Apple Valley News Now's Anna Trejo sat down with the house director.
If you don't think drug addiction in our communities is a serious problem or a problem that doesn't affect you, you're not paying attention. Addiction can affect people of all ages and backgrounds. It can affect people who come from close-knit families and those who are alone. It can also make a person feel ashamed and embarrassed, which can stop them from asking for help. A new Tri-Cities rehabilitation home is hoping to reach people and their families and tell them they don't have to be ashamed or alone.
I was a meth addict. I was just an ex-gang member.
Tim Rodriguez is the director of the new Victory Home in Pasco. He has a perspective on recovery and rehabilitation that not many people understand. He struggled with drug addiction and knows what people who are suffering go through.
And when I came into Victory Outreach Tri-Cities, there was already a director running the home, and I seen what was taking place and how he was running the home, and I was like, that's something that I wanted to do when I got somewhere deeper in my relationship with God and my recovery.
After finishing the program, Rodriguez wanted to get involved to help others who are struggling just like he did, and show them there is hope to take back their lives and get on the path to recovery. The center offers individual counseling, support groups, and drug diversion programs, as well as parenting help. This program is for people who are in need of intensive inpatient program, and the programming is mapped out in separate phases for men and women. Rodriguez says the program centers around building strong Christian values and lays the foundation for people to be able to succeed on their own once the program's finished.
We offer housing, we offer job readiness, we have transitional housing. So when the guys come through the program and they finish the program, we get them into a discipleship home.
While the organization has homes around the world, the grand opening of the Pasco location, fitting for a celebration.
A little about the Victory Home. We've been around since 1967. We have over 300 recovery homes around the world. We've been here in Tri-Cities since 2007. Just yesterday, we celebrated 16 years.
16 years of offering hope and healing to our communities. Reporting in Pasco, Ana Trejo, Apple Valley News Now.
If you would like more information on how to get in touch with Victory Homes International, you can find it on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. The National Association of Realtors says pending home sales dropped last month with interest rates the highest they've been in decades. But in eastern Washington, we might not be as impacted by that trend. Redfin says Seattle is one of the major cities where people are moving out. Seattle and Denver are tied for the number 9 spot on Redfin's top 10 list of cities people are looking to leave. Redfin says those staying in the state of Washington are looking at moving to Spokane. The cost of living is a big factor.
And I know a lot of people have moved to the outskirts of Seattle because of that. And I've even heard of people, moving towards the east side, like Easton and Ellensburg and stuff, because it's more affordable and commuting, which is crazy to me.
While Seattle makes the top 10 list for people wanting to leave, Redfin says the number 1 city that people are fleeing is San Francisco. According to Redfin, the top search for those looking to move out of San Francisco and leave the state is Seattle. Last night, the Seattle Seahawks defense tallied 11 sacks to get a big win over the New York Giants on Monday Night Football. Seattle managed to overcome a rather lackluster offensive performance. Starting quarterback Geno Smith would finish with only 110 passing yards to get the win 24-3. And this afternoon, you can catch Game 1 of the American League Wild Card Series between the Texas Rangers and the Tampa Bay Rays right here on Apple Valley News Now. Coverage begins at noon, and first pitch is scheduled for 12:08 p.m. Pacific Time. Here in the Tri-Cities, the Playground of Dreams is going under construction again. Yesterday morning, Kennewick Parks and Recreation closed a small portion of the playground to for upgrades to make the park more accessible for everyone in the community. They say it should only be closed for about a month. There's no word on the exact changes they're making, but to stay up to date on the construction, you can head over to applevalleynewsnow.com to get more information. Riley Fitzgerald returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
We've got a mild Tuesday and week ahead. Less rain, clearer skies, still some clouds though. I'll have your extended forecast coming up.
Plus, a wake-up call for parents as more teens begin to explore artificial intelligence. Experts saying what happened to a group of girls in Spain recently could happen anywhere.
We're Washington Broadband, Yakima's original internet company, with over 250 square miles of fixed wireless, 60 miles of cable, 20 miles of fiber to the home. We are serious internet. Throughout the year, our crews are building fiber and cable to homes and businesses in the upper Yakima Valley. We've never raised our prices in 28 years. With 7-day-a-week support, we're also a phone company. Go to WABroadband.com to find us. We're Yakima's hometown source to the world.
I'm Dr. Rachel Fedino, CEO of New U Women's Clinic and Aesthetics. And here at New U, we want to provide a unique experience for our patients. I wanted to provide a place where patients can come and they can feel heard and listened to and really in control of their healthcare decisions.
Coming here has been life-changing for me with the incredible help of the staff who I feel like have become my friends. And the program itself, it's encouraging, supporting. I've seen great results, and I don't feel like I have to yo-yo anymore.
New You Women's Clinic and Aesthetics is the Tri-Cities premier medical spa and wellness destination, offering exceptional care tailored to the patient's needs. New You is honored to have won Best Awards for Medical Facility, Cosmetic Surgery, and Women's Clinic. Experience the difference at New You Women's Clinic and Aesthetics. Book your appointment today to discover the new you.
Experience Minecraft like never before at Minecraft the Exhibition, now at the MAC. Explore the 3D world of the best-selling video game of all time and pop culture phenomenon in this dynamic and immersive exhibition. Step inside the blocky world of Minecraft based on actual in-game builds. Meet 15 life-size Minecraft creatures, including the explosive creeper and mysterious Enderman. Try the game and explore some epic creations from the community. Minecraft the Exhibition for players and non-players of all ages at the MAC in Spokane.
Every 15 minutes, someone is involved in a semi-truck collision in the U.S. Whatever the cause, big trucks mean big crashes, resulting in serious, even fatal injuries, large medical bills, and loss of wages. If you've been injured in a crash with a big rig, call Abeta Nelson Injury Law today. We've handled the most big truck accidents in Central Washington over the last 40 years, recovering millions for our clients. Abeta Nelson, we take your injury personally.
A flight over the golf course at Birch Creek. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Now to a new scheme targeting teenagers with the help of artificial intelligence. A group of boys in Spain are accused of using an app to digitally undress dozens of girls. ABC's Emmanuel Saliba has the details.
This morning, a wake-up call for parents as more teens begin to explore artificial intelligence. Experts say what happened to a group of girls in Spain recently could happen anywhere. Spanish authorities say more than 30 girls ages 12 to 14 started receiving fake nude images of themselves. The images were created using an app powered by artificial intelligence that undresses people. Police say a group of teen boys had used photos from the girls' social media profiles, uploaded them to the app, and shared them on social media.
So essentially, these apps virtually strip individuals, and that enables folks to distribute images of them in attempts maybe to sexually shame them, to humiliate them, or just because they think it's funny.
Sophie Maddox, an expert on cybersexual violence, says these apps are becoming more accessible.
This issue is happening for everyday people, not just celebrities and folks in the public eye.
And while these nude images are fabricated, experts like Carrie Goldberg, who's not involved in the Spain case, but who has represented victims of digital sexual abuse, says the impact on victims is long-lasting.
They're very compelling and convincing photos so that it really does look like it's a picture of the victim nude. It really has the same devastating consequences as if it was an actual photograph that depicted you. The harm isn't any different. Children in particular don't have the coping mechanism to realize that this could be a solvable problem.
Experts say it's important to create a safe space for your child to come forward.
It's really important to seek the support of a trusted adult whenever you see or experience something online that makes you feel uncomfortable.
And as far as whether or not these deepfake nude apps should even exist, experts agree they're creating much more harm than good, fueling more calls for government regulation of this expanding technology. Emmanuel Saliba, ABC News, New York.
As for the case in Spain, police say they've located the boys responsible and an investigation is ongoing. Coming up, a 9-year-old girl who vanished during a family camping trip in upstate New York has been found after a massive 2-day search. And Riley Fitzgerald will return with a look at your first alert weather forecast. That's next.
Carl's Jr.'s new Big Char Chili Burger is big on charbroiled flavor, big on smoky sweet heat with a whole charred Anaheim chili, and big on savings with the Big Char Chili Combo for just $7.99.
Affordable? Yeah, we got that. Stylish? Got that covered too. Quality? You can bet on it. At Furniture Row, we stock furniture that's value priced, built to last, and looks fabulous. And during the epic fall sale, everything is on sale. Like the Cascade sofa for only $3.99, the Champagne Dining Group only $4.99, the Redondo bed now just $2.99, and the Summit Queen for only $332.49. Plus, 4 years, no interest. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. The epic fall sale, on now at Furniture Row.
Businesses, community organizations, and people of all walks of life have joined together for Riverfest 2023. Riverfest is free family fun entertainment featuring exhibitors, live music, and vendors showcasing all the benefits of our river system. Join us Saturday, October 7th from 10 to 3 at Columbia Park in Kennewick. Find out more at riverfestwa.com or on Facebook. Riverfest 2023. Our rivers, our life. Bring the whole family.
I'm Buzz the Bee from the Painting Bees. I'm a local bee. I started painting houses, and here I am. So what do? We're a local painting company. We paint exterior, we do interior painting, and cabinetry as well. And we're here to take care of everybody, even the DIYers. And so why shouldn't you do this by yourself? Because of our combined 15 years of experience painting homes in the Tri-Cities area. So if you're interested in a free estimate, visit our website or call us at 509-591-8160.
Carl's Jr.'s new Big Char Chili Burger is big on charbroiled flavor, big on smoky sweet heat with a whole charred Anaheim chili, and big on savings with the Big Char Chili Combo for just $7.99.
A really fun golf course.
All the holes are pretty challenging.
Surrounded by Oregon farms.
The course is lined by old growth trees.
Fly the Northwest over the golf course at Birch Creek.
And then, of course, you have the creek.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
That alarm went off this morning.
What did it sound like?
It sounded like a foghorn.
Yeah.
Next live, Leslie Odom Jr. plus Drew Holcomb and the Neighbors perform.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now. Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Riley Fitzgerald.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. A live look outside right now in Richland, but it's still a little bit dark outside. What's ahead? We've got mostly clear skies for this average temperature-wise day. We've also got dry conditions after yesterday's little bit of shower activity. We see the shower activity still hanging out in the Blue Mountain region, maybe in Walla Walla a little bit this morning, but it's going to be heading out. If we take a look at our futurecast, we're going to see towards this afternoon the rain and these clouds start to move out of our region for a mostly clear day today and into our Thursday. So you may see a little bit of cloud coverage, but mostly it's looking very nice and clear for the couple days ahead. If we take a look at our highs for our temperatures right now, we're seeing upper 40s in the Yakima Valley. We're seeing the mid to upper 50s in the Mid-Columbia and the Blues. If we take a look at our highs for today, we're seeing in the Yakima Valley, we're in the mid to lower 70s. Cle Elum and Ellensburg a little bit chillier in the 60s. Mid-Columbia, mid to lower 70s. And in the Blue Mountain region, we're staying basically the same that we saw yesterday in these mid 60s. Let's take a look at our temps for this evening. Mostly dry and clear, especially as opposed to last night where we had some of those showers make their way through our area. But dry and clear tonight, mostly upper 40s and lower 50s. Our temperature trend, we're seeing this. We're staying in our averages. This is for the Tri-Cities, and we're staying on this line basically for the next couple of days ahead. A little bit of a drop coming on our Monday. Let's take a look at our wind speeds right now. Mostly pretty low across our region, maybe a little bit higher in Pendleton right now. Picking up a little bit towards this afternoon and this evening in the mountain gaps in Ellensburg, heading towards Hanford, but mostly staying pretty low. Otherwise, maybe some more on our Wednesday. Let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Temps are picking up for our next couple of days ahead in Yakima. Those clouds are headed out of our areas after tomorrow, only to start back up on Monday. May see some showers for our Monday. Similar conditions all throughout the rest of the week, though. In the Tri-Cities, we're staying around our averages for the week ahead into a beautiful weekend. And in Walla Walla, overcast skies today, but clearing up into Wednesday, and the chance of clouds picking up once again for our Monday. So we've got beautiful conditions which are sticking around for today and into the rest of our week. So very exciting to see some average temperatures and a beautiful, beautiful bout of sun that's on the way. Have a beautiful week ahead. I'll send it back to Jill.
Thank you, Riley. This morning, a 9-year-old missing in New York has been found safe inside the cabinet of a camper. But several questions remain about the man now under arrest. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the details.
This morning, the girl missing from a park near Albany, New York over the weekend is safe, and the suspect in her abduction is in custody.
It's been a long 2 days, but tonight our prayers have been answered.
On Saturday, during a family trip at Morrow Lake State Park, 9-year-old Charlotte Senna went for a bike ride and didn't come back. Her family found her bike, but no signs of Charlotte. Police shut down the park, kicking off a nearly 48-hour search involving 400 search and rescue personnel. Then, early yesterday, a break in the case at Charlotte's home.
4:20 a.m. The car pulls up to a mailbox. Something is left. State police immediately go to the mailbox and identify what is a ransom note that had been left behind.
Police say they lifted a fingerprint from the note and ran it through a database.
The hit came at 2:30 in the afternoon. There had been a DWI in 1999 in the city of Saratoga.
A crime from nearly 25 years ago helped identify the suspect, police following that lead to the home of the suspect's mother, 13 miles from Charlotte's house. There, they say they found 47-year-old Craig Nelson Ross Jr.
After some resistance, the suspect was taken into custody, and immediately the little girl was found in a cabinet.
Friends and family attending a vigil for Charlotte last night cheered as they learned she was in good health and reunited with her family, who released a statement saying, "We are thrilled that she is home, and we understand that the outcome is not what every family gets."
She'll be going home. That's the story. Charlotte will be going home.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Police say the suspect is not a registered sex offender, and last night they said they don't know yet whether the suspect was known to the family. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, we're introducing you to a local teen who says he got bored with the way things tasted and created a new business to spice things up.
Leading the way and hitting our mark for 30 years. Your locally owned and operated Arrow Construction Supply.
Navigating a real estate transaction can be overwhelming, from finding the right property to navigating the closing process. That's why a successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process, an in-house marketing team to maximize your home's exposure, transaction coordinators to ensure accuracy throughout the transaction, and a network of local industry experts. With Windermere on your side, you can have peace of mind and confidence in your real estate journey.
Stop thinking, let things happen, and be the ball. Better yet, see the ball with K2 Vision RLE. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
Rock and roll's most wanted man, Stephen Pearcy, the voice of Rat, live. Stephen Pearcy. With special guest Steven Adler of Guns N' Roses. Friday, November 10th, Legends Casino Hotel. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster or Legends Gift Shop. Stephen Pearcy, live.
Is Medicare planning the last thing on your list? If you're approaching retirement age, contact the professionals at Stand Fortier Insurance Services and get answers to all your Medicare insurance questions. Let Stand Fortier guide you through the Medicare maze. Stand Fortier Insurance Services, bringing clarity to the complex.
Give yourself that new car feeling with a detail from ProClean Auto Detail Systems. Details start at just $125 and we'll make your car look and feel like new. Gift certificates are available. Forget the rest and come to the best. ProClean Auto Detail Systems.
Leading the way and hitting our mark for 30 years. Your locally owned and operated Arrow Construction Supply.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Time right now, 6:23. Welcome back. Most teens spent their time at the Central Washington State Fair, riding rides, playing games, and eating fair food. But Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us one young entrepreneur spent his time spicing things up.
You guys want to try a sample?
For 17-year-old Lucio Heredia, it all started 8 months ago in his grandmother's kitchen.
This was never what I envisioned for my spice. I just started making it because I was 1, bored, 2, hungry, and 3, bored of the way things tasted. It took me about 4 or 5 attempts to get it to where I liked it. I do have one ingredient that I cannot share. Trade secret.
Then one day his grandma found it in the cupboard.
She started hounding me to make her more spice. I kind of just brushed it off, but then she dragged me to like a convention. So I just kind of had to sit there and sell it, and it kind of went well.
Now the high school senior owns his own business, LJ's Authentic Seasoning.
Oh, yeah, of course. At first it was a little overwhelming because I'm not good with people, so just like I'm not good with rejection either, so just being a salesperson like really isn't my thing. For you, brother, $4. Appreciate that, bro. Thank you. You, of course. Have a good one. But I'm working at it, and I think I'm getting better at it.
300 containers of LJ's Authentic Seasoning, original and spicy, sold since July, and more used at home.
I do like cooking. I did it a lot with my mother when I was young, and it just really imprinted on me, especially ever since she passed away when I was young. It brings me great satisfaction when someone eats something that I make and they just love it. You know, it's a great feeling.
One he hopes to develop in culinary school after he graduates high school next year.
I don't know if I want to become a chef, but I just want to know how to cook really well. You guys want to try some? I think it's cool to be on the news, but I don't know. It's just I don't think that I really did anything deserving of to be on the news.
But his grandmother, Mary Garcia, does.
He doesn't believe in himself, but I believe in him. I truly do.
She's been raising Lucio and his brother since their mother died suddenly almost 7 years ago.
He's very humble. He always has been. So I'm his biggest cheerleader. I cheer him on and I encourage them. You know, you can do anything you want to do as long as you put your mind to it.
Lucio selling his seasoning at local events and through Instagram and Facebook with local delivery. But he hopes to see it soon in stores.
I feel like to anybody who wants to do something like this, if they have someone who supports them greatly like I do with my grandma, just talk about it and see where it goes. I feel like you can really do anything with the right people behind you.
And a whole future in front of you. In Yakima, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
You can get a hold of LJ's Authentic Seasoning by messaging him on Facebook or Instagram, and they do deliveries locally on Fridays. Well, it's time to strike up the band for the 41st annual Cavalcade of Bands competition. 21 high school marching bands in the area will be performing the shows they've been working on since mid-August.
Turn to lock, push, one.
Anyone who has done marching band will tell you that your life from middle of August to the last day in October is only marching band. The amount of joy that you see from our own students who are working shifts, and then they get to meet other kids from the area. They get to watch really cool groups perform. It always centers me back and reminds me this is why I love music.
Cavalcade of Bands is this Saturday, October 7th from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. at the Lamson Stadium in Kennewick. Entry for the competition is $20 and you can come and go as you please. Chaplaincy Healthcare is shutting down the last of its boutiques in the Tri-Cities, but there's still a chance to get some last-minute deals. Tri-Cities Chaplaincy has closed its Pasco and Kennewick repeat boutique locations, but the Richland Uptown location is still open. The money from the boutique supports services to hospice patients and their families. The boutique offers a selection of gently used clothing, jewelry, furniture, and antiques. CEO Lori Jackson says the organization is refocusing on its hospice care at this time.
Could we meet our scope of work by using just the Richland store? Would it be able to supplement the financial deficit of the hospice house? And it turned out it hasn't been able to. And all told, in the last 5 years, we've lost nearly $200,000 from the thrift stores.
The boutique is no longer accepting donations from the community. The organization says the last day to shop is November 17th. Coming up, a defiant Donald Trump attacked New York's Attorney General and the judge overseeing his civil fraud trial as it started yesterday.
My forever partner is in this house.
You my little boo thing.
Here's the Social Security.
I'll be shooting that shot like 2K, girl.
It's never too late.
Got the best of mine.
Red or white. At Coyote Canyon, we've got you covered. If you love red, try our Italian Sangiovese, French Grenache, or Spanish Tempranillo. Like what you taste? Wine Club. Come visit our tasting room in Prosser. Coyote Canyon is calling.
Wish you had help getting things done. Same. So I got Spectrum One. It's fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Spectrum helps me run all this easily. Work, bust. Treat dispenser, treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-802-4999 or visit spectrum.com today.
Did you see this? It says most people are going to need long-term care that health insurance and Medicare won't cover.
I saw that, and it got me thinking, if I need to pay for home modifications or in-home care, I am not prepared. Are you?
Not really. I mean, whatever happens, I just want to know that I'll be able to get care and stay in my own home as I age.
Right? I want that too. So,
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
If your family is anything like this, you need quality floors from Empire today. Like durable carpet with built-in stain and pet protection. Tough wood laminate with a scratch-resistant finish. Or waterproof vinyl plank floors. Even bath time is no match. And when life happens, Empire backs every floor with great warranties. Quality floors you can count on. Save $350 on your next project. Call this special number now.
1-844-254-8536.
Wait, hold up. DQ put fries and onion rings in a chicken strip basket? Did you know this? Oh, of course you did. It's sitting right in front of you. Sorry. I mean, you got fries and onion rings together. Is this for real?
Hey, baby, wait.
Oh, yep. That just got really real. Grab a chicken strip and fry rings basket.
Okay, just one.
DQ, happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Get 2.9% APR for 36 months plus $1,500 purchase allowance on the 2024 XT5 and XT6 when you finance through Cadillac Financial.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Former President Donald Trump is expected in court today for day two of his civil fraud trials. And the founder of crypto platform FTX is set to stand trial in what federal prosecutors have called one of the biggest fraud cases in U.S. history.
And a very average October Tuesday ahead for us. Mild temps, mild conditions after the slightly rainy day that we had yesterday. I'll get us ready for this beautiful day.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
Riley, what is your favorite thing about fall?
My favorite thing about fall, got a lot of birthdays in fall.
Oh,
like
okay.
mine, like my husband's. So
okay.
like to celebrate, a lot of holidays as well.
It's a celebratory time for you.
What about
then.
you?
I just love the cooler temperatures. I love the summers. Summers are great, but it gets a little hot here.
It does.
So it's nice when things start cooling off.
Exactly. The cooling off, the rain comes in, and people might be waking up with a little bit of condensation and water on their cars from last night's and yesterday's rain. Let's take a live look outside right now in Richland. We have that cloud coverage right now, but that's going to be moving out of the way just a little bit. Clouds are going to be hanging out just a little bit today, but we're going to be getting really nice and clear over the next couple of days. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Once again, it's a very average type of October Tuesday for us, temperature-wise. After yesterday's rain, we're going to be seeing more dry conditions that are ahead of us for tomorrow, a little bit today, and the rest of the week on, and mostly clear. Let's take a look at our Skywatch radar. We see the remnants of yesterday's showers starting to head away from the Blue Mountains and just kind of die down just a little bit. Let's take a look at our temps right now. We're seeing mostly upper 40s in the Yakima Valley, otherwise mid 50s hanging out around the Mid-Columbia and the Blues. For our daily planner, we're seeing 72 for Yakima, so we've got a ways to raise our temperatures. 72 in the Tri-Cities as well, and that sun is going to be popping up. We do have overcast skies starting our day in Walla Walla, however. Very similar conditions to yesterday. I'll tell you all about how beautiful it's going to be for the rest of our week coming up on my full forecast, but for now I will send it back to Jill.
Thank you, Riley. Former President Trump's $250 million fraud trial is now underway, with new fireworks overnight from his son Eric. Here's ABC's Rhiannon Alley.
Former President Trump is reportedly expected to be in attendance today for day 2 of his civil trial in New York. Yesterday, Trump sat with his arms crossed, shaking his head throughout opening statements, sometimes muttering under his breath. New York Attorney General Letitia James was seen here staring at Trump. She accused the former president of fraud.
No matter how powerful you are, no matter how much money you think you may have, no one is above the law.
The judge already ruled Trump did commit fraud, inflating his net worth by as much as $2.2 billion by overvaluing much of his real estate empire. The trial could result in Trump being forced to give up control of his signature properties in New York. Lawyers for the state argue the Trump Organization inflated the value of the Trump Tower penthouse by some $200 million. And while Trump said Mar-a-Lago was worth up to $600 million, the state says its assessed value was no more than $27 million.
The Attorney General's office says Trump inflated his net worth to get better terms on loans and on insurance.
Trump's lawyers say real estate values, even square footage, are subjective and says the Trump properties are Mona Lisa properties, suggesting they're priceless. The former president using familiar language to describe yesterday's proceedings.
So very simply put, it's a witch hunt, it's a disgrace.
His son Eric on Fox News overnight claiming the trial is designed to keep his father off the campaign trail.
They want to have my father spend tens and tens and tens of millions of dollars, so he's distracted, so he can't be in South Carolina, and he can't be in Iowa, and he can't be in Nevada.
Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
This week, Sam Bankman-Fried is set to stand trial for one of the biggest fraud cases in U.S. history. The 31-year-old has pleaded not guilty to 7 counts of fraud and conspiracy. The charges stem from the collapse of his crypto trading platform FTX. Prosecutors allege Bankman-Fried stole billions of dollars of customer funds for his own personal use. They say he also used that money to cover up losses from a crypto hedge fund he controlled. Bankman-Fried's lawyers have hinted that they will invoke an advice of counsel defense, arguing that Bankman-Fried was following guidance from FTX's lawyers and didn't know his actions were illegal. If convicted, he could spend the rest of his life in prison. A separate trial for 5 other charges Bankman-Fried is facing is expected to start in March. Riley Fitzgerald returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
A mild Tuesday and week ahead. Less rain, clearer skies. I'll have your extended forecast coming up.
Plus, one Swiftie chose to make some interesting decorations for this upcoming spooky season.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Looking for a cozy fall event for your entire family? Queensgate Gardens in Richland has a perfect one for you. Featuring a corn and hay bale maze, a dump truck slide, pumpkin archery and painting, and more. Come visit us at Queensgate Gardens for a seasonal memory you'll never forget.
Shelby's Floral, your homegrown neighbor with worldwide connections for over 45 years. Shelby's, more than just a flower shop, specializing in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, home decor, and all things fall. We're unique and we're here for all of life's occasions. Shelby's Floral at the corner of Clearwater and Edison in Kennewick. Stop by today and let our experienced designers help you with all of your floral needs. Shelby's Floral.
1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in the course of their lifetime. At Speck Family Dealerships, we're continuing the fight against breast cancer with the 5th annual Drive for a Cure campaign. During October, purchase any vehicle at one of our 5 Speck locations and we'll donate the cost of a mammogram to the Tri-Cities Cancer Center. Together, we can keep fighting this ugly disease until one day we have a cure. Visit SpeckDealerships.com for more information.
Our customers depend on us for everything. We grow well over 200 different crop varieties, and there's tremendous diversity within our trade territory. We spend a lot of time and work a lot with our customers on enhancing and utilization of the products that John Deere offers. From a technology perspective, we do what we say every single day.
Welcome to the Village Bistro. We're happy you're here. I wanted to share with you some of the things we have on our menu. One of my favorite things is our lemon ricotta pancakes, topped with blueberries and powdered sugar and butter, and oh my, they are so delicious. You gotta try our 4-cheese mac and cheese or burgers. Some say they're the best in town. We love to get to know each customer that comes in, and we want you to feel like family when you're with us.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest membership savings book, posted at Bi-Mart.com. There's 16 pages of great store-wide savings, including everything you need for Halloween and more. At Bi-Mart, our members save more every day.
A really fun golf course.
All the holes are pretty challenging.
Surrounded by Oregon farms.
The course is lined by old-growth trees.
Fly the Northwest over the golf course at Birch Creek.
And then, of course, you have the creek.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
That alarm went off this morning.
What did it sound like?
It sounded like a foghorn.
Yeah.
Next live, Leslie Odom Jr. plus Drew Holcomb and the Neighbors perform.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back. Okay, in a moment we're going to show you an image of this skeleton. You got to see if you can figure out who it is in suburban Allentown, Pennsylvania. Some people can, and people who call themselves Swifties. Meet Scalar Swift.
Oh, hello there. What makes her recognizable? First, the blonde hair is actually 3 wigs sewn together to help create the pop star's trademark bangs. The dress is blue to go along with the Swift's release of her newly re-recorded album 1989 later on this month.
All right, and you might recognize the person there beside her. As you can see, Scalar isn't alone. Michael Owens, who created Scalar Swift, also made a companion skeleton modeled after rumored boyfriend Travis Kelce. That is funny, but I don't know if I don't love her hair.
It doesn't quite look as great as her own, of course.
Yeah. Are you a big decorator for Halloween?
Decorator for Halloween? Not yet.
No? Okay.
Not yet.
You might do a few things?
Maybe this year. Haven't really had my own place yet, so it's hard to decorate when you're living with your grandfather.
Sure.
But I'm sure we put up some pumpkins here and there.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
Yeah, more like fall decorations.
Exactly. Fall decorations, and it feels like fall outside. Let's take a live look outside right now in Richland through the Columbia Point Skycam. It is feeling like fall. I took a step outside earlier and it smells like fall. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'll have your first alert weather forecast coming up.
And a lawsuit in Portland is looking to take on efforts to limit homeless camps in the city. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. Law is a complicated matter. Our team of experts will fight for you and help you find the best solution for your situation. Don't let life's challenges get the best of you. We're here to help. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit our website at quantumlegal.com.
Everybody in the Tri-Cities has been to a Hubby's Pizza Party, right? You haven't? A Acquire the Hubby's habit and book your party today. Delicious, mouth-watering food made with only the freshest ingredients. It's party time at Hubby's Pizza, a hometown favorite for nearly 45 years. Book your party today.
The road can be a crazy place. Uh-oh! That's why Les Schwab Tires fixes brakes, steering, and more. And those guys don't. Keep driving. I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first, so I can backseat drive with confidence.
During our fall tire sales, save up to $250 on a set of 4 select tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Okay, thanks for visiting. Bye, Alice.
I'm stuck.
Not funny anymore. Yes, it is.
Wait, guys. The Mesozoic times are boring and have 0 rad attractions. Triple play is fun. I want to stay here.
Of course you can stay. Oh, fantastic. We won't regret this.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, like bowling, Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park, and a brand new zip line ride, all attached to a cozy hotel.
She's on the logo already. Marketers are the worst.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
My name is Lauren Martin. I started to work out at Hanford in 1982, and for 20 years I worked with the fleet, repairing cranes, locomotives, cars, ambulances, fire trucks, everything. After 20 years, then I came down with a disease, and my doctors in Spokane strongly encouraged me to change careers. It's just amazing. Just recently I had a need for a walker. Right there it was. If I need any supplies, they're there for me. All I have to do is pick up the phone and it's there.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not.
A flight over the golf course at Birch Creek. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Riley Fitzgerald.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. Live look outside right now in Richland through the Columbia Point Skycam. We are starting to see some fall colors show up on our sky cams in those trees. Very, very exciting to see. Happy October, everyone, for this Tuesday. We've got some average October temps for us that are ahead. Pretty dry compared to yesterday as we start to clear up a little bit in our conditions. So let's take a look at our Skywatch radar where those showers are starting to disappear in the blues, starting to pop up in the Tri-Cities, but making their way out of our areas this morning. If we take a look at our futurecast, we can see it's making their way out of the region along with those clouds. Those clouds are going to be heading out just a little bit today as well into a very nice and clear next couple of days. It's our Wednesday ahead, and on our Thursday looking pretty clear as well. So I'm looking forward to those beautiful clear skies that are on the way. We take a look at our temps right now, upper 40s in the Yakima Valley. Mid-Columbia and the Blues are seeing the 50s right now. Still pretty cool as you step outside. Going to be a little warmer than we saw yesterday in the Yakima Valley. We're seeing lower 70s, some 60s in there as well in Ellensburg. For the Mid-Columbia, mid to lower 70s, and the Blue Mountain region is actually seeing very similar conditions to what we saw yesterday. Let's take a look at our temps for this evening. We've got upper 40s, lower 50s tonight, clearer and drier than we saw overnight last night. Let's take a look at our temperature trend. We are seeing this beautiful line of our averages dropping a little for our Monday, but staying at our averages for the next couple of days, which we haven't seen our temps do that in quite a while, so very nice to see. Let's take a look at our wind speeds right now, pretty low, staying mostly moderate for around our areas. For our futurecast, we're seeing it pick up in the mountain gaps toward this afternoon and this evening, even around Hanford, settling down a little bit, but on Wednesday, maybe picking up with some wind gusts once again in the afternoon. Let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. beautiful conditions that are on the way. All of those averages. In Yakima, those clouds are headed out of our areas after tomorrow, only to start up once again on Monday. Possible showers for your Monday. Similar conditions throughout the rest of the week, though. In the Tri-Cities, we're staying around our averages for the week ahead into a beautiful weekend. Once again, possibly some showers for your Monday. In Walla Walla, overcast skies today, but clearing up for tomorrow and into the weekend. Chance of clouds picking up on Monday along with those showers that we might be seeing across our region. But today we've got some beautiful conditions ahead for us with some beautiful clear skies that are on the way for all of our regions, staying in our averages, possibly some wind gusts today, but we're going to have a beautiful Tuesday and a beautiful, nice and average Tuesday. Let's send it back to Jill.
Thank you, Riley. Earlier this year, Portland banned camping during daylight hours and banned camping entirely in certain areas. That was part of the directive from the Oregon State Legislature for cities to set their own restrictions. Now a group is suing on behalf of the homeless population, saying Portland's new rules aren't fair and could end up costing taxpayers a lot more if it means more people end up in the legal system.
The thing is you're unhoused, you don't have maybe you have a cell phone. How do you contact this person? If they don't know where to go or they lose their citation, they don't show up at court, then they end up in jail.
One of the single greatest barriers to housing access in our community is having a criminal record. So the notion that a policy that is aimed at addressing our homeless crisis by criminalizing behavior over which people have very little choice in many cases is really counterproductive.
City officials say they're focused on making sure people know about the rules, and they're planning to give people 2 weeks notice before they start enforcing the ban. I'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast. But first, a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, some iPhones overheating.
Jump it down now, pick it up. Wow.
After Apple released the newest model last month, some heated customers have taken to online forums and social media claiming the iPhone 15 has been overheating for them. Some claiming the phone can at times be too hot to hold. And this TikTok user, Hamna Arif, showing her fingers, claiming they were burned from overheating, had her device replaced.
As you can see, there's like little bubbling happening on each of the fingers.
The company addressing the issue over the weekend, saying they identified a few conditions which can cause the iPhone to run warmer than expected, including a bug in iOS 17 that will be addressed in a software update. And we'll have more on what to do if your phone is overheating coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rebecca Jarvis, ABC News, New York.
RSV can severely affect the lungs and lower airways.
But I'm protected with Arexvy.
Arexvy is a vaccine used to prevent lower respiratory disease from RSV in people 60 years and older. RSV can be serious for those over 60, including those with asthma, diabetes, COPD, and certain other conditions.
But I'm protected.
Arexvy is proven to be over 82% effective in preventing lower respiratory disease from RSV and over 94% effective in those with these health conditions. Arexvy does not protect everyone and is not for those with severe allergic reactions to its ingredients. Those with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most common side effects are injection site pain, fatigue, muscle pain, headache, and joint pain.
I chose Arexvy.
RSV, make it Arexvy.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:52. We're going to get to your first alert forecast in a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. The Toppenish Police Department is investigating after a fatal shooting Sunday. It happened in the 200 block of South Division Street just before 1 p.m. Authorities say officers responded to the reports of a shooting, and when they arrived at the scene, they found a 28-year-old Toppenish man had been shot. He later died of his injuries. The suspect is not known at this time, and the police are asking for information. If you know anything about the case, please call the number on your screen. U.S. Army officials are working to determine what may have caused a military helicopter to crash into power lines near the Columbia River in Grant County on Friday. They say the aircraft involved in the crash was an Apache helicopter assigned to 46 Air Cavalry Squadron 16th Combat Aviation Brigade, and that it crashed during a routine training exercise. While no one was injured, the incident did cause a small wildfire and downed power lines that led to part of State Route 243 being shut down for several hours. Victory Homes International is opening its doors in Pasco, hoping to help people who are struggling with addiction get help and regain their lives. The center offers individual counseling, support groups, and drug diversion programs, as well as parenting help. This program is for people who are in need of an intensive inpatient program, and the programming is mapped out in separate phases for men and women. Despite interest rates at the highest they've been in decades, the housing market in eastern Washington might not be as impacted. Redfin says Seattle is one of the major cities where people are moving out. Seattle and Denver are tied for number 9 on Redfin's top 10 list of cities people are looking to leave. While Seattle makes the top 10 list for people wanting to leave, Redfin says the number 1 city that people are exiting is San Francisco. Last night, the Seattle Seahawks defense tallied 11 sacks to get a big win over the New York Giants on Monday Night Football. Seattle managed to overcome a rather lackluster offensive performance. Starting quarterback Geno Smith would finish with only 110 passing yards to get the win 24-3. This afternoon, you can catch Game 1 of the American League Wildcard Series between the Texas Rangers and the Tampa Bay Rays right here on Apple Valley News Now. Coverage begins at noon, and first pitch is scheduled for 12:08 p.m. Pacific Time. Here in the Tri-Cities, the Playground of Dreams is going under construction again. Yesterday morning, Kennewick Parks and Recreation closed a small portion of the playground for upgrades to make the park more accessible for everyone in the community. They say it should only be closed for about a month. There's no word on the exact changes they're making, but to stay up to date on this construction, you can head to applevalleynewsnow.com. Instead of playing games or jumping on rides like other teens at the Central Washington State Fair, 17-year-old Davis High School senior Lucio Heredia decided to spice things up. The young entrepreneur started his own business over the summer called LJ's Authentic Seasoning. The seasoning comes in original and spicy and can be used on anything, but Lucio says it's especially good on meat. It's a recipe he created from scratch in his grandmother's kitchen when he got bored of eating the same old thing. It's time to strike up the band for the 41st annual Cavalcade of Bands competition. 21 high school marching bands in the area will be performing their shows that they've been working on since mid-August. Cavalcade of Bands is this Saturday, October 7th from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. at the Lamson Stadium in Kennewick. Entry for the competition is $20, and you can come and go as you please.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. A live look outside. We're starting to see some of these fall colors. Got a little bit of an average day for us. That's ahead. Dry for the week ahead and mostly clear skies once these clouds head out of our region. Our temps right now, upper 40s, lower to mid 50s. Our futurecast shows these clouds and that rain from last night heading out of our region for a beautiful, nice, clear day later on today and definitely tomorrow into our Thursday as well. So beautiful, clear skies are on the way for us. Today, highs are in the lower 70s for the Yakima Valley. In the Mid-Columbia, we're seeing mid to lower 70s as well. And in the Blues, we're seeing very similar conditions to what we saw yesterday in these mid 60s. So we've got a beautiful day ahead of us. Some overcast skies for Walla Walla, but those are going to be clearing up as these clouds head out of our region. Let's take a look at our SkyCam once again. It's just a beautiful day. We've got these clouds. It's going to be heading out of our region as this weather pattern continues to move through our area. You might wake up with some of the condensation and rain from last night on your car, but otherwise it's a beautiful day. We're going to head back to Jill.
Thank you so much for joining us on Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next, and your local news is back tonight at 5. You can always find the latest updates on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com.